All right, so today I want to go through an entire chest day because we've done parts of it, right? So I've done upper chest, lower chest, but never through an entire workout. So we're going to run through that and I'll stop along the way and kind of make tweaks and variations that I would do. So if you're ready, let's get after it. All right, so we're starting with the dumbbell press with a slight incline because I've seen way too many people over the years injure themselves with a regular flat bench that it scared me to the point that even when I do dumbbells, I do a slight incline on there because I've noticed for me, it feels better on that insertion point, the shoulder feels better, it's just a better movement overall. So what I've noticed with every client who walks through the door is their anterior delts usually eat up the entire movement. So what I have them do is over-exaggerate and really walk those shoulder blades in. It's going to cut the range of motion down, but at least they're going to be connecting with the chest instead of having those anterior delts, those front delts just eat the entire exercise. Another reason I see shoulder dominant presses on people has a lot to do with elbow height. So the higher that elbow goes, the more strain it puts on the shoulder. So a good physical anchor is instead of having that hand perpendicular to your body as you press, turn it in a 45-degree angle. That'll just subconsciously tell your body drop that elbow and then start driving through that chest. Now, not every gym's gonna have a hammer press like this, but that doesn't matter. You can do it with any machine chest press, it'll work just the same. So normally I start out doing a couple of heavy sets. Form is gonna be normal, I might do a drop set at the very last one, and then I'll turn to the side to put more emphasis on the inner chest, focusing more on the contraction, less about moving weight, up the reps, 15, 20 reps. Next up, we got machine decline flies. Now, I'm sure you've seen these before, but for me, these are just one of the best ways to connect with that lower chest, really the chest overall, because normal flies, you're gonna get a lot of anterior delt and even bicep, right? You'll feel that bicep strain as you're going down. This, with that decline, it really keeps all that tension on that chest. And what I do a little bit differently is I turn it more into a barrel press, right? So as I come down, I pull that hand in closer to my body, focusing on that stretch. As I fly it up, I'm pushing away from my body, finishing that contraction off in that inner lower chest. So when you're training chest, you really don't have enough time or energy to just hammer out every single different angle. So you have to really prioritize what you want to hit that day. Today was mostly decline. So the next exercise we're doing for that lower chest is dips, weighted dips. Now, these are the best of both worlds, right? So you can progressively overload if you got a logbook, you can track it and really start moving some weight, but you can also drop the weight, do a ton of reps, and just, for me, a ton of reps at this point was 10, but 15, 20 reps and just really rep it out. Now for me, this is definitely one of those exercises where you want to throw full range of motion out the window because everybody's got a sweet spot. You go too high, that jumps your triceps. Too low, you're gonna collapse that chest, jump into your shoulders. So you really have to find that perfect range of motion for you. All right, so we're finishing up with a push-up variation, which is crazy when you look around. I have an entire gym to myself, and this is the exercise I choose to finish with. Sometimes the simplest stuff is the best, right? So the variation here, though, is we got dumbbells, so we get more of an extreme stretch at the bottom. Nice thing about this, if you're somebody who's really bound up, you ever go do bench or dumbbells, and you just can't get that form, can't get that stretch, it just feels like you're actually pulling against yourself. This is a great way to finish because it'll work on that stretch, it'll open up that chest, and eventually create a better contraction overall. So I started them nice and close until I failed, then worked them out nice and wide to kind of mimic a fly motion. I know a lot of people don't like flies, they say there's no added benefit from doing a fly motion, but maybe I'm partial, I've done them for years, and I think for me, it's a better way to connect with the chest. You can get more of a mind-muscle connection, and I think that matters. Like always, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, get after it, get growing. I'll talk to you soon.